I can turn anyone into a beach bum.
Sharks. They're one of the main reasons most people in the world are absolutely terrified of the open waters. But usually, it's great white sharks everyone's afraid of. But what if we told you they weren't the scariest sharks you need to look out for? From tiny monsters and those that look like murder weapons, to some that literally look like they're a statue from a scary movie. Here are 10 of the scariest shark species you probably never heard of. Number 10. Goblin shark. Ever imagined what it would be like if pterodactyls still existed? Well, the flying ones may not exist anymore, but there is something similar to them that exists under the sea. The goblin shark. This one looks like it's a prehistoric beast. It can grow up to 12 feet in length and is equipped with a shovel-like snout and a thick, strong body. It is able to take down any type of prey it might want. But it doesn't really like to flaunt its power. This shark is mainly just found right on top of the seabed, feeding on the little fish there. But sometimes, this shark makes the rare venture towards civilization. And if they can get close enough to a human, they could just sink their long, thin, and pointy needle-like teeth right into them. And that bite's gotta hurt. Number 9. Saw shark. Regular sharks having regular shark teeth are scary enough. But what if sharks had a saw for a snout and could slice you with it? Well, that's not really much of a what if. That shark already exists and it's called the saw shark. These are mysterious sharks that the world doesn't know too much about, which somehow makes them look even scarier. When it's swimming around, this shark is like any other fish, calm and collected, super zen. But when it finds a prey to chase after, it gets very aggressive very fast. And although humans aren't usually their prey, if they're provoked, they don't care about that and will slice your arm off without warning. So if you ever see a floating saw coming your way in the ocean, just swim the other way, fast.
Before we move on, we've got a speed challenge for you. If you subscribe to Facts Junkie and hit the bell icon in the next 5 seconds, you'll win 10 years of incredible luck. Give it a shot, it actually works.
Number 8. Megamouth. While most sharks look alive, the megamouth shark looks like it's a fake shark made entirely out of metal. But it isn't, it's actually real. On top, it's a brownish black, almost rusty metal color. The bottom of the shark is usually entirely white, which helps keep it hidden in the sea in plain sight. When it opens its mouth, you don't see the usual giant triangular shark teeth, but instead they have 50 rows of tiny hook-like teeth throughout their entire jaw. Inside their mouths, they have even more rows of teeth, so when they grab their prey, they can squish them up inside their mouths and grind them into tiny pieces of flesh without a problem. Even though the megamouth is a fish that likes to stay hidden away from the bottom of the ocean eating planktons, they do sometimes make their way to the surface too, but very rarely. To this day, only about 100 of them have been seen, with most of them already dead. Which is lucky for us humans, because no one wants to lose a leg in one of these sharks, because if you do, there's no sewing that back together. Number 7. Frilled shark. When you take a look at the frilled shark, it's hard to believe that this shark isn't just a scary fossil from centuries ago. This shark is very much real and still alive and swimming deep in our oceans. These weird sharks pretty much look like snakes with fins, but what really sets them apart from snakes is that they have 300 teeth. They're also fairly big, measuring around 6 feet in length. These sharks have not changed much since prehistoric times, but that doesn't mean they can't take you down if they wanted to. These scary slithery things can easily chop your arm off and wiggle it off before you'd even have time to figure out what that snake-looking thing even is. It's a good thing these sharks like to stay deep in the sea where they've been for centuries. Number 6. Copper shark. The copper shark is called that because it's literally a copper-colored shark, which is something we don't normally see. From the look of it, this smooth, beautiful shark seems like it would be harmless, but it isn't. Since this shark prefers swimming in warm, shallow waters, it's spotted near the coastlines and beaches a lot. And sometimes, they don't just keep their visit limited to just coming to see people. They also attack them. One of the most recent examples of this was in 2014, when a surfer was going about his day surfing in Australia, when he got attacked by 2 of these smart sharks. They went in and got out really quickly, and the victim lost an arm and his other hand. And this isn't an isolated event. On the off chance that this scary shark makes an appearance, if it sees a human in close enough proximity, it's very tempted to just get in there and take a bite. Number 5. Greenland shark. Sharks are usually scary because they're massive and aggressive, but the Greenland shark isn't anything like that. It's a fairly chill shark and roams around in the super cold waters of Greenland. But the reason why this one's on our list today is that it's simply way too scary to look at. If you're swimming around and this shark comes up to you, you'd literally think it was a zombie shark, even though it's very much alive. Even though Greenland sharks aren't particularly known for biting people, if you were to accidentally take a bite out of one of these, which people do, they die instantly. That's because the Greenland shark's meat is high in urea, which can turn into a toxin in our bodies, killing us very fast, without the shark ever attacking us in the first place. Number 4. Wobbegong shark. By the looks of it, the Wobbegong shark looks less like a shark and more like a sponge, but its name comes from the way it looks. This shark is a master of disguise and can fully blend in with the ocean floor if it wants to stalk prey or just hang out. Unlike most sharks, this one doesn't even care about biting its prey. It straight up chomps on them and swallows them whole. Now this isn't limited to little fish or anything. This shark can swallow prey that's almost as big as them without a problem. This shark is known for attacking people usually, their feet or legs, if it feels even remotely threatened by them, and is also the reason why many of its victims end up having to get to.
Luck isn't always on your side in Fortnite. Most times it'll send you high flying into the air or worse, back to the lobby. But every now and again, RNGesus is on your side, a ray of hope appears, and things almost magically start to go your way. Whether it's unintentionally dodging a sniper shot to the face or even getting edited on by the enemy only to then hit the luckiest no-scope ever, these are 25 people that are probably luckier than you. Subscribe in the next 5 seconds for good luck in your next game, and let's roll the dice on number 25. Sure, everybody gets lucky once in a while, but it's not often that you see somebody go full John Wick mode and make 5 back-to-back lucky plays in less than 20 seconds. During a rather intense early game engagement at the agency, one of the ×2 twins was booped by a chopper. Just when it looked like he was gonna get knocked, he managed to land perfectly on a launch pad, and that's when the chaos really started. From the launch pad, he landed on the chopper, eliminated 2 enemies, and safely landed back on the ground without a pilot. What? Number 24. Over the years, we've seen some insanely lucky moments with the variety of emotes in Fortnite, but very few will come close to being as impressive as You Are Sweaty AF's double sniper dodge with the squat kick emote. While rotating to the next circle, Sweaty came across 2 dudes who must have been time travelers from Chapter 1, Season 1, with how campy they were playing. Just before each of the enemies took their sniper shots, however, he decided to taunt them with an emote and was lucky enough to dodge each of the shots in the process. Number 23. If you're a true OG Fortnite fan, like this video. OG fans, you probably remember the days when rocket riding was first discovered and just how hard it was to pull off. Nowadays, most of us have gotten the hang of it, but what are the chances that you accidentally ride on an enemy's rocket that was intended to eliminate you? Well, in this moment, we see 2 enemies fire a rocket at each other simultaneously, but only one of them makes it out alive. Fly high, my friend. Be free. Number 22. When you're in those intense final moments of a Fortnite match, you can sometimes get a little too nervous and completely let your guard down. Perfect example of this is when you think you're safe to heal up, but don't even realize that you forgot to include a whole side of your box. When this happens, it can lead to some rather unfortunate events or extremely lucky and satisfying ones, depending on which side you're on. Watch how smoothly this dude just slides in and sneaks the dub away from this poor guy. Number 21. A wise man once said, "We don't make mistakes, we have happy accidents." I don't think this quote could be any more fitting for these 2 guys who found themselves directly in the path of an oncoming rocket. While frantically panicking to get out of the box, Razor accidentally edits a door instead of a triangle. Little did he know that this mistake would actually end up saving his teammate's life as the rocket threaded the needle and passed right through their builds without exploding. Number 20. sometimes you've just got to take a quick break from the intensity of Battle Royale, as it can get pretty stressful. But while you and your friends are showing off emotes and firing rockets into the abyss, there are still other people in the lobby, and if you're lucky enough, you may just end up hitting somebody with a once-in-a-lifetime shot.
We'll just leave it. I knocked some. Wait, what?
Even though this was completely by accident, I would love to see the reaction of the poor dude who got hit from over 400 meters away with the rocket. Number 19. I'm sure we've all eliminated that one guy in the lobby who's just stacked with perfect loot and RPG shields, full materials, and so on, but have you ever been lucky enough to see hundreds of medkits in a single area? I'm honestly not quite sure what happened here. It may have been some sort of item duplication glitch, but it's absolutely insane when you try to comprehend just how many medkits popped out of this dude's body. Now imagine if this guy would have gone for the heal off. Number 18. One of the best skills you can develop in any Battle Royale game is breaking the habit of running in a straight line. When you do this, your enemies can easily predict where you're heading and land those devastating sniper shots on you. But sometimes, even the pros forget to do this. Although it seems like they have spidey senses because somehow they always get out of the way. While it's possible that this dude heard the rocket headed right for him, based on this clip, it seems to me like he's got eyes in the back of his head. Number 17. In a limited time mode with respawns enabled such as Team Rumble, everybody tends to take the game a little less serious.
Every year, we give our fine Lindt chocolate a very special shape.
It's a great way to chill out and have some fun because there aren't too many sweats in this mode. It can also lead to some insanely lucky moments as well. Sure, we've all seen double eliminations with the rocket launcher before, but have you ever seen somebody take down 5 enemies with a single rocket? The timing on this was absolutely perfect. Number 16. When Chapter 2 was first introduced, players quickly found that they had the ability to pick up their knocked enemies and take them wherever they wanted. This small feature itself has created countless hilarious moments, but it's also been a rather useful feature as well. If you ever feel like you're about to get shot in the back, just pick up an enemy. That's exactly what this guy did. I don't know if he saw the guy who sniped him first, but the timing on this could not have been better. I just feel bad for the enemy. Man stood no chance getting accidentally double teamed on. Number 15. Nothing is worse than being in a top 10 situation and getting focused by the whole lobby. So on the brink of Choppa destruction, this player decides to do the only thing left to do, which is attempt to take someone out with him as he plummets to the ground. But as he's free falling, he slowly veers to the left, missing the building by an inch, and somehow lands safely into the dumpster below. Seriously though, how can you get this lucky? Number 14. In case you haven't somehow noticed, damage traps were vaulted in the Chapter 2 Season 2 update. There's a lot of items that I'd love to see make a return, but traps are definitely toward the top of that list, and for a good reason. Outplaying even a single enemy with a trap was super satisfying, so I'm sure you can imagine how great it is to see an entire squad get wiped out by a single damage trap.
Come on, Epic. Unvault the traps already. We need to see more insane moments like this one.
Number 13. Sometimes even the best plays come with a pinch of luck. Don't get me wrong, it absolutely takes skill to even get yourself into those situations, but we've all at least won in an engagement or two by accident, right? I'm pretty sure this is exactly what happened to this mullet marauder in an intense endgame engagement against the last 2 players. After knocking one, the last enemy boxed up and waited for him to push so that he could go for a trap play. Luckily, our boy hit him with some insane reflexes and was able to one-pump him a millisecond before dying to the trap. You gotta love when skill and luck just mesh together perfectly. Number 12. When you've got nothing to lose, it's almost always worth taking those literal shots in the dark. In the slight chance that you actually manage to hit an enemy, you'll feel like an absolute god. And that's exactly what Stopping Colt managed to do in this play. As soon as he landed and was gifted a heavy sniper from a nearby chest, he spotted an enemy who was still gliding in and took a shot that he barely even lined up. Somehow, he managed to yoink that guy right out of the air. I mean, you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? Number 11. There are two types of lucky plays. Those that you had to work for and those that just fall right into your hands. For one reason or another, this clown was feeling confident and decided to W key right into the last remaining enemy. Luckily for him, his opponent seemed to be using some free McDonald's Wi-Fi and disconnected just before he could finish the match. What a nice gesture toward our clown friend. Number 10. Remember what I said about taking those shots in the dark? Well, those same rules apply to rocket launchers too. If you haven't noticed already, this man was going for a relaxing zipline ride when he predicted the exact spot that some unsuspecting enemy would be. The chances of being that accurate are slim to none, but this clip speaks for itself.
Imagine. Oh! What?
Number 9. Name something more nerve-wracking than your entire squad watching you 1v1 the last enemy for the win. I'll wait. As these two players battle it out to the sky limit, the enemy blind fires an SMG and breaks the builds beneath them, sending them both falling to certain death. Somehow, our boy manages to catch an insanely lucky break, as he would have been the first to hit the ground. Luckily, the enemy clipped a ramp on the way down, giving this guy an exhilarating clutch to remember.
Let's go!
Number 8. Now, we've seen a lot of lucky players already, but one type of luck that we haven't seen yet is a bit more literal. So we all know that the fish you catch in game are totally random, yet somehow our friend here was able to win a team rumble completely in the storm just by getting extremely lucky while fishing the whole game. Number 7. Making just one wrong move can cost you the entire match. Our poor friend on the receiving end of this sniper shot learned that lesson rather quickly. Man thought he was being slick with those editing skills, but all that time in creative just ended up costing him the game. Number 6. Let's be honest for a second. We've all gotten eliminated by that guy who we were almost positive was cheating, right? Thankfully, Fortnite doesn't have too terrible of a cheating problem, but there's definitely some suspicious shots out there. Question is it really cheaters, or is everyone just getting as lucky as this dude?
Oh! That was nuts!
Number 5. If there's one thing you can take away from this video, it's that you should never give up hope. As cheesy as it sounds, just watch this clip and tell me you wouldn't have given up in this same situation. Enemy had high ground, rockets, mats, and this guy still somehow managed to quickscope him a millisecond before the rocket hit. Absolutely amazing. Number 4. We've all gotten caught in the storm at least a few times in our Fortnite careers, maybe myself more than others, but how many of you can actually say that you made it out alive? I'm not talking about not making it to the next circle on time, I mean missing multiple circles and fighting your way through a seemingly never-ending storm. Somehow the stars aligned for this guy as he just kept getting heals, a slurp tanker, and then a perfectly placed motorboat. Oh my goodness. Number 3. Everybody knows that lag sucks. Whether you're the one who's lagging or you're going against the player who's lagging, it pretty much ruins the experience for everyone involved. Unless you're Evocations, and then you'll somehow end up on the good side of lag that I didn't even know existed. Evo was likely not going to win the engagement that he was in, mainly due to his opponent having high ground and an RPG. With a lag spike and a little luck, he managed to secure the elimination without even getting shot. Number 2. Have you ever had a plan completely backfire on you? I can't even begin to imagine how awful this duo felt when their plan went south after having the upper hand in this fight. While pushing a team, Puppy's duo ends up losing all of his shield and he calls to his teammate that he's basically dead. But right after the call, Puppy gets trapped under a cone and is dropped into the enemy's builds. Game over, right? Well, apparently not, because Puppy goes Ultra Instinct and perfectly one-pumps the first guy and 180 flick no-scopes the second guy without hesitation. Number 1. One of the worst feelings in Fortnite is getting shot completely by accident. Sometimes it even makes you think the enemy is cheating. But if you ever wanted to make your friends think you're cheating, copy exactly what you see in this clip. Trust me, it's 99% likely to raise some eyebrows at the very least.
So many trees, so many... Oh, what? What?
But in all fairness, you could tell by the look on this dude's face that it was a complete accident. Even he didn't expect to be lucky enough to hit this 1 in a million shot. This has been 25 Lucky Fortnite Moments. Check out this video on screen right now, and I'll see you guys over there. Oh, and don't forget
Rated everyone 10 and up.
Become a hero and rise up to save the galaxy. 35 luckiest moments of Fortnite Chapter 3. Next up at number 34, you just gotta love when things fall into place, literally. It's about time that someone got used at a snipers this season. But sometimes getting lucky means someone else getting unlucky, and that's exactly what happened to these two cheaters. Talk about a last-second clutch. He was about to lose the game. And speaking of clutches, you would never expect to live after this 1 in a million moment. Everything about this save is so perfectly calculated. And with insane moments like these, no one would even believe that this was real.
SMGs are so stupid! The pizza man just saved my life.
The fast food isn't the only thing coming in hot. This guy delivers a quick death straight to your door. Poor guy probably had no idea what hit him. Speaking of an unexpected landing, Quarterly Turtle faced certain death and walked away like a champ. This dude is a trained assassin. I mean, that was the coolest landing I'd ever seen. He makes it look so easy. And either Crest has aimbot here or just some insane instincts.
You're getting reported.
No.
How lucky can you be to predict exactly where the enemy is hiding? And I cannot stress this enough, always shoot your shot. That is probably the only time a miss will ever be lucky. And you have to admit, hitting a shot like that is legendary unless it happens to you. Yeah, I mean, safe to say Tilted Towers is the Bermuda Triangle of Fortnite, because anyone who tries to glide here just gets obliterated.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Gliding is just way too slow, which is why you have to see this new rotation strat. If you ever get bored of shooting tank shells, just shoot out your teammates instead. And it seems like Season 2's best moments are complete accidents. Just ask Next Level Gamer.
No.
He sent that guy straight out to the next battle bus. Just hopefully not this one. Alright, Optimus Prime, you can calm down now. But for us veterans, if you want a nostalgic hit of the good old days, Ninja provides us with one of the most satisfying wins of the season.
Sorry, buddy. Let me get this guy, Jack. Let me get him. I don't know where he is. There's a guy all the way down here. Boom! That timing, chat. Let's go.
I can already feel the OG Fortnite vibes coming back, until you realize there are tanks in the game. And speaking of, I think we can all agree that the aim assist on these things might need a little tweaking. And just when you think you can predict what's gonna happen, moments like this suddenly come out of nowhere. The pure luck of this is insane. I mean, what are the odds? And sometimes getting lucky doesn't mean getting the kill, but rather just staying alive. Gonna go out, you might as well make it an action movie. And that's exactly what this player's planned for his next victim.
That's just enough, man. That's just freshly enough, man. Oh, okay. We found a victim. Run it towards him, all right?
Oh! Yo! That was nasty, dude. If you think that a car trap was evil, just wait until you see how overpowered harpoons are on blimps. And that's not even the craziest way someone got humiliated. Tfue made sure of that.
Yeah,
I might throw a shockwave in there.
Oh, there's a, yeah.
I shockwaved him out. He's in the open.
Oh,
Oh my god!
What are these kids? We actually melted that. What the fuck?
And if being shockwaved through the wall was bad, Substantial Bull busted through the wrong door at the wrong time. I think a tank would probably be the first thing on my list that I didn't want to see through that door. And it's not the only vehicle surprising us because it looks like this battle bus won its hot air balloon back. Now I understand why the armored battle buses aren't supposed to fly. Like, what is this? Whatever you do, don't drop your crown in a bush for very obvious reasons. It is bush camping 101, people. Whatever you do, don't give away your entire location like that. However, Nick 830 seems to be planning the exact opposite. I mean, blowing up 100 vehicles is quite the distraction. And speaking of getting distracted, you should always pay attention to where you're landing. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like Augustin. Gliding may seem simple, but sometimes it might just lose you the game. Now take a look at this. Tfue is taking gliding to an even higher level with this new strategy.
You got them? You got them?
Reaching heights like that is 200 IQ for mobility. However, sometimes getting launched in the sky isn't exactly ideal.
Target locked! Let's go! Oh, there we got two going! Oh! Look at him! Look at him! Ah, no! My God! Out of the sky!
But if you're not getting shot out of the sky by Ninja, Leo as Doggo could definitely show you how to take a leap of faith.
Yes!
Yes! You probably saved tons of falls, but this umbrella has got to be one of the luckiest. Sometimes you don't even get to touch the ground because the shockwave can now launch you straight out of the game.
What the heck? Whoa! Yo! I shocked this man so high, this man froze!
Other times you can eliminate people by complete accident.
Chad, I'm green. What did I just miss?
I mean, cannons are some of the most unpredictable things this season, and just when you thought you'd seen it all, they even do this.
Bye, have a great time.
Oh, you just gotta feel bad for them after that one. Most people run when they see a tank coming, but Pizza Pun had other ideas in mind.